Thank you, Bird, very much. Welcome back inside our Yes Network studios to the post-game show. Rebecca, the Nets had so many opportunities. They cut this game down. Their only lead was 2-0 way back at the beginning of the game. They cut it down to 3. They cut it down to 4. They were never able to get over the hump.
Yeah, it felt like Chicago get a little bit of separation. Brooklyn would cut into it, but never, to your point, where they were able to get the lead. And it was kind of telling early in the first quarter of this game. There was a couple of possessions where Kevin Durant got the ball on the left side of the floor, drew the double team, beautiful pass out, beautiful pass over to O'Neal, and both times he missed the wide open 3. And you're thinking, wait a minute, what's going on? Royce O'Neal hasn't been missing. The Brooklyn Nets haven't been missing wide open 3s. And this was a night where on the offensive end, they just weren't able to get those same shots to fall that they have for the last few weeks.
Right, and especially at the three-point line, they only lose by 9 points tonight, and it was the errors at the three-point line that really got them the loss and ended this winning streak at 12. As we take a look at Royce O'Neal, you don't want to pin it on one guy, but 0 for 9 from the field, 0 for 8 from downtown.
Yeah, you know, and he's coming off of an illness, and he just did not have his stroke going, and he has been so good from deep in particular over the course of the last 6 games, and he just didn't have it tonight. And you see wide open look after wide open look, great ball movement by the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, these are the shots you want. I mean, they're completely uncontested threes, and he just couldn't get his stroke going.
And those are the shots that were falling during the winning streak when they're running double teams at Kevin Durant. You're seeing wide open looks. Tonight, they just weren't going down. As you see, our key to the game, 3-point field goal percentage tonight, 32.4%. During the 12-game winning streak, it was almost 12% higher, and they're shooting just over 39% for the season, which is second in the NBA. And Rebecca, you know, you look at the negative of this as the winning streak coming to an end, but you kind of have to flip it to the positive, where the Nets really didn't shoot well from the perimeter, and they still almost beat the Chicago Bulls team, who in that first quarter couldn't miss anything.
Yeah, didn't shoot well from the perimeter, and it wasn't one of their better defensive performances for the most part either, and they still never got detached. As we were talking about, they never got over the hump, but they were also attached for almost the entire game. So certainly that's the good spin on it. And in some ways too, all right, the streak is over, exhale. Now it's time to move on and stop thinking about the streak, stop, you know, putting too much energy into the streak. Let's just work on winning game by game.
Yeah, it wasn't that full 48 on the defensive side of the ball, but after giving up 69 points in the first half, you saw them only give up 19 in the third quarter, so you did see some positives defensively in the second half.
Yeah, without question, that tightened up a little bit, but offensively, they weren't able to regress to the mean. And from the first half to the second half, they just weren't able to find their 3-ball the entire game.
Yeah, but someone found the midi in the fourth quarter, and I think that's DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, how good was he in the fourth quarter? We talked about it even earlier in the game. I mean, these are tough shots with really good defense. Kevin Durant is there. His arm is outstretched. Nick Claxton here. It's not like these are easy looks. A little bit of a fade on his shot with the defender's hand right there. I mean, nothing's easy. Compare these shots to the wide open threes that Brooklyn was missing at the other end. But this is just what DeMar DeRozan does, and he certainly came alive in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he relishes these moments, especially late in the game in the fourth quarter. As we take a look at the Bulls' balance scoring, no one really standing out above the rest, head and shoulders above the rest. You had DeRozan and Williams both with 22. Williams, 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown, made all 7 of his free throws. Nikola Vucevic, he just consistently kills the Nets. Another double-double for him tonight. That's his 8th, dating back to last season. And this is a Chicago Bulls team, let's not forget, that had that 21-point lead against the Cleveland Cavaliers and then lost that game in overtime. Then they find out with a 2-minute review that Jared Allen walked on a bucket that brought it to within 3, and then the lane violation by Donovan Mitchell. So they might have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder going into this game against them.
Without question, you have to give a lot of credit to Chicago, because they came out willing to compete and playing hard, and they were talking about it after the game as soon as the 2-minute report came out. And I wondered, too, coming into the game, as a lot of the talk was about the officiating from their prior game and their prior 2 games, were they going to get some favorable multiple whistles, and they were able to get to the free throw line pretty consistently.
And the reason why the Nets stayed in this game, as they've done all season long, Kevin Durant, there was a time bridging the second and third quarter where the Nets were on a 22-5 run, and 17 of those points were courtesy of Kevin Durant.
Let's never take for granted watching Kevin Durant play basketball, because it is beautiful. And he was, carrying this team for stretches, as you mentioned, in the first half. Another player hitting tough shot after tough shot. I mean, this is a 7-foot guy with those kind of handles, and smaller defenders can't get under him. They can't take the ball away. He's able to shoot over from three, absorbing contact, getting in. There's 4 defenders surrounding him on that shot, and he just makes everything look so easy, getting the and ones as well. I mean, where would Brooklyn have been today without Kevin Durant?
Yeah, and you got to give Billy Donovan and the Chicago Bulls a lot of credit, especially in the fourth quarter. Durant enters the last stanza, Rebecca, with 39 points. It felt like we were going to have another 50-point scorer in Kevin Durant, but defensively they were able to run some double teams at him, and as we saw, the Nets just couldn't hit those open shots.
And there were times where he should have gotten the ball, and there were some possessions where he didn't even touch it. So it's one thing when you get double teamed and you have to get rid of it, and he's very good at that. But there were a couple possessions where he never touched it because other guys took quick shots, and in that situation that can't happen. He was the guy who was really rolling today.
He was the guy that was really rolling today. We saw Kyrie catch fire a little bit in the third quarter, but as you just said, a big point in this one was when Kevin Durant comes back into this game in the fourth quarter. There's no way you have to start feeding him the ball again. Try to get him going and try to get back in the game.
He's just a great decision maker, and you're going to get double teams run at him. And granted, when he passed out of those and guys got open looks, they still weren't necessarily able to hit them. But especially in that fourth quarter, you would want on every possession KD, Kyrie, preferably both getting a touch before a shot goes up.
All right, Rebecca, we're going to step aside, take our first break here on the post-game show. When we come back, we'll hear the thoughts from head coach Jacques Vaughn, the Eastern Conference Coach of the Month for December. They went 12-1 in December, and his team's 12-game winning streak comes to an end tonight in Chicago. We'll hear his thoughts next on Yes. Take a look at the final stats of this one. 53% the Bulls shoot from the field tonight. It's the fourth time, just the fourth time this season, the team has shot 53% or better against Brooklyn, and the Nets have split those two games. Let's get the thoughts from the head coach. The first question teed up by our Megan Triplett.
When you look at this one, what did you see as the difference maker? You guys were able to get into one possession games, but just couldn't get over that hump.
We could not get over the hump, and a big part of it was we were playing catch-up the whole night. And so the 40-point first quarter kind of set the tone. A little uncharacteristic by our group, and good to see how we respond from this. But the 40-point, then we were playing catch-up. Cut it to 10 at half. Felt pretty good that it could have been more than that, especially with the amount of points they had in our paint. Made a little response, but couldn't get over the hump.
A lot of that response happened in the third quarter. You guys were able to get those stops and outscored them 26-19. What did you like during that stretch?
Yeah, we were really pushing the pace during that stretch, and a little combination of making some shots, a few turnovers that we produced, because we really didn't turn them over throughout the course of the night. So, and then we were able to take care of the basketball, which we did at different points throughout the course of the night. So that combination worked well for us, kind of got us back in the game, and couldn't sustain it though.
Jacques, they hit 17 for 23 they started out. I mean, how much do you chalk that up when the team starts that hot to defensive miscues on your end versus just kind of tipping your hat on some of those?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I talked to assistant coach, and they were 70% in our paint and 60% from the field, and so they were making some shots, some tough shots off the glass, 1-foot runners. So that's part of just being good basketball players. We did have some breakdowns defensively that we were able to talk through at halftime a little bit. So it was a combination. I thought they did a pretty good job of trying to combat our reds, our switches a little bit. So tip your hat to them. They came to play. They were pretty desperate to get a win, and we needed that same desperation.
Anything on TJ?
Yeah, he got a rib contusion, so they'll take a look at him. I got no update more than that, but that illegal screen kind of produced that.
You don't expect any scans for him or anything?
I don't know, Brian. They just told me before I walked out and when he had checked out of the game, so I'll meet with those guys. Not sure about scans, though.
Understanding that, I mean, Vucevic is always a handful, and, you know, they play a mid-range game that not a lot of people play. But in your mind, was that, I guess, more your guys being in tune with each other defensively or not being in tune with each other than anything that...
Yeah, you know, and it's an interesting team when you give them, you know, those rhythm shots. If you make a mistake, they're able to capitalize on it. So a couple times we weren't clean in our coverage, and it produced a little rhythm for them. And whether that was a offensive rebound to a corner three, or that was a IO transition where we didn't get matched up. So those things just kind of, you know, grabbed a hold of us throughout the course of the night. It was too many of those, which was, we haven't had that many breakdowns throughout the course of the night.
Jacques, Kevin and Seth account, I think, all but one of your threes. I mean, any issues with the looks?
No, really good looks. Really good looks. You know, we took a look at a couple of them at halftime to see were they forced to anything. Even the first play of the game, we got a good look, and so we'll take it. That's part of basketball. That's what I told the group. That's what the great thing about this thing. We have shown how to respond after a win, and we just kept winning. Now, how do we respond after a loss? That's why you don't get too high, too low in this thing, and you get ready to play the next game.
Jacques, as far as that message goes, do you give them that moment to appreciate that they just rattled off 12, or is that now in the past as far as the end of this game?
I didn't mention, but I did say, you know, you have shown how to win and how to continue to win. Did not say anything about the month of December or stringing wins together. You know, we never mentioned anything about the streak along the way. I think the point was, and it'll continue to be, what's important is that day's game. So I'm looking forward to that piece of our guys kind of learn a lesson from this game and then moving on and responding on Friday.
Royce was obviously out the other game, comes back this game. You know, he was sick. I mean, did you see him having any after effects of that out there too?
No, I don't think so. And I hope that he realized that I have extreme amount of confidence in him to play him 35 minutes and missed his first shot, missed his second shot, and we're going to continue to have confidence in him. I love coaching Royce, and he'll continue to be out there, and he'll get those shots, and he'll make them.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys.
Rebecca, it's January. These shooting performances happen. You have to flush it, and you have to move on to the next one.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I really liked what Jacques Vaughn said. We've shown how we respond when we win, and now we're going to see how we respond when we lose. Because the biggest thing is kind of been riding high on this streak, and everybody playing well, and everybody enjoying being on the basketball court. And we talked about that in the pregame. So now you certainly don't want to let this loss linger and affect your performance in the next game. And, you know, I think every time I see Jacques Vaughn in a press conference, it's just he is such an incredibly likable man. And if you're Royce O'Neal and you see that, you're thinking, yeah, you missed your first one, you missed your second one, like keep shooting. And he had the confidence to play him 35 minutes. So I think that these guys are going to respond pretty well and pretty quickly to this loss.
Well, we'll see if they do that in their next game. We're going to step aside, take another break here on the post-game show. When we come back, we will hear from Kevin Durant. He dropped 44 points on the Bulls in Chicago. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for Brooklyn. Their winning streak comes to an end. Back with thoughts from KD right after this.
The Nets post-game show on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play.
Chris Sheeran, Rebecca Lobo back here in our Yes Network studios. Time now to look at the full game highlights between the Nets and Bulls out in Chicago tonight. DeMar DeRozan, I'd say this is foreshadowing for the fourth quarter, but it's kind of foreshadowing for every game he plays.
For the entire game, well contested, doesn't matter, drains the mid-range shot.
Under 5 minutes left in the second, Bulls flash movement. Nikola Vucevic gets the pass from Patrick Williams, finishes, they're up 14. And then Kevin Durant took over, Rebecca, and got the Nets back in this one.
He just took it on his own shoulders, hitting tough shots, whether they were contested or not, shaking his head. Yeah, you can't guard him. You can't guard. I can't guard him. Can you guard him?
Absolutely
No.
not. He gets the block here on Williams. Now watch this. He runs the floor. T.J. Warren then rewards him, and he lays it up and in. Final seconds of the second, Durant drives to the mid-range, hits the floating jumper from 10 feet out. Nets were about to go down 20 in this one. KD single-handedly cut the lead to 10 at the half. And now he's telling the ref, you know, you got to call some fouls. So
They can't guard me. They foul me.
third quarter starts. What happens?
Give him the call.
Foul. How about that? See, this is why you work the officials. Then Kyrie thought about the three, and then the nifty move gets it to go. Nets cut it to 4. Bulls respond. Vucevic gets it on the wing. Open Patrick Williams. Chicago back by 8. This is the way it went, back and forth. Nets would cut it down, then the Bulls would extend. Nets stay in it. Irving gets into his bag. Step back, drills the 3. Brooklyn down by 6. Fourth quarter. Goran Dragic collects the defensive rebound, finds a cutting. Ayo Dosunmu on the break for the layup. Another point. Nets were down 5. Now it's back to 7.
So if a guy's missing, is he out of his bag?
I don't know.
Well, Royce O'Neal was out of his bag today.
We'll have to go to the judges on that one. That's something we'll have to get the research department together after the post-game show. Kevin Durant with the Nets down 9. Seth Curry doesn't go after that pass, and it's Dosunmu again on the break. Double-digit lead once again late in the fourth quarter. DeMar DeRozan doing his thing.
He's in his bag.
He was definitely in his bag tonight. Bulls go up by 13, put it into the Nets' 12-game winning streak.
I think we should say it one more time. Somebody was in
his
there.
bag?
He was in his
Out
bag.
of his
yeah.
bag? Kevin Durant was definitely in his bag. There you go. We got it 2 more times. 44 points, 15 of 22 from the field, 5 assists, 2 blocks. The game summary brought to you by Infinity, of course, moments ago. KD met the media.
Kevin, Jock said that a big part of tonight was that you guys were constantly playing catch-up. What did you see that was kind of the biggest difference maker?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like in some of our coverages, we were playing catch-up a bit, and against this team, when you got 3 elite scorers from all angles of the floor, you got to do your work early, and you got to just be there on the catch. You know, so I felt like a lot of times we chased in a bit. And that was just consistent throughout the whole game, us just playing from behind. And I think we definitely put our foot on the gas here in spurts and tried to make it a game, cut it to 3, cut it to 5 a couple times. But they made shots. You know, they're talent players, special players. So when you got your whole 5 in double figures, it's tough to stop that.
Understanding that this team has a couple really talented scorers that kind of play a mid-range game that, you know, we don't see all the time. Do you feel that some of the defensive problems early in the game, first half, was them just hitting tough shots, or do you think it was a lot of miscommunications, maybe a couple busted things on you guys?
Yeah, just a couple busted coverages. When you look at it, their top 2 guys, you know, were 12 for 31 for 35 points. You know what I'm saying? We could live with that. But it's Pat Williams. Made some shots, got some easy rolls to the rim. Ayo playing great this year, put pressure on the rim. Vooch came out. He's one of their guys, but you know he came out and they featured him, threw the ball to him in the post a lot. So they played together as a team tonight. I think we made a miss a couple times, but it wasn't consistent enough all game. You got to give them credit, but we kept fighting and put ourselves in position to try to win a basketball game that late.
You said, I mean, you guys had it down to 3, 5 a couple times, but you couldn't get to that hurdle to tie it or anything.
Yeah.
Do you look at any of that as energy exerted to get it to that 3 or 5 mark that maybe prevented you guys from tying it essentially?
I wouldn't blame it on energy. I felt like we've been in that position before and we was able to get over the hump. To be honest, I think our momentum got stopped a few of those times because we put on a free throw line right after that. You know what I'm saying? We might coming into the fourth quarter. I think Ayo got some free throws going to the rim. That cut our momentum a bit. So when the team can stop the clock and get at the free throw line, when we kind of surging back, that throws us off a bit. So you gotta give them credit. Once we swung back, they swung as well, and was able to withstand our runs and got a good win. I feel like we got some good shots there late too that we just didn't knock down. We got to the rim, but it was one of those games we just didn't finish.
Kevin, this is the first time you guys have lost in a month. I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Boston, December 4th, exactly a month. What do you, during that time, what do you think you've said to the league about your team having a streak? Or it doesn't matter. What have you yourself? What have you said to yourself?
I mean, we just we understand how we want to play every night. I feel like the league is always on notice with the talent we have on our team. I don't think anybody takes us for granted when they're preparing for us each night. But I think for us, we found some things that were good for us on both ends of the floor, and we want to just be consistent with executing those things as we move forward. So it's good to have winning streaks, but we more concerned with how we plan and what we're doing to produce the wins. And I think we're walking in the right direction when it comes to that. We're building some solid habits, so we got to consistently do that every night, every possession. That's the game. That's the battle. That's what you're really going up against, is chasing perfection every time. So looking forward to the next game. Look forward to tomorrow and practice and film and see how we can get better.
Kevin, to follow up on that, you had said a few weeks ago during this stretch, you guys found your identity. You know who you are and who you want to be. As you look back on the month, why do you think the rhythm has been as consistent as it's been lately?
For the most part, we got guys in the lineup. We was able to get Joe, TJ back, Seth back in the fold, Ben, Kai. So us being healthy helps. And we communicating as a unit, everybody from the coaching staff to the players. We're trying to figure out the best way for us to play. You know, so when we're watching film, we walking through stuff, we communicating throughout the game. That just helps and makes us more comfortable as time goes on. And guys individually working on their games when we get, practice time or we get some shoot-around time, guys are working on their games and coming in the games very confident in what they can do. So just got to keep building.
Something KD said there, Rebecca, I wanted to hit on was winning streaks are great, and 12 in a row when you're on the precipice of tying the Celtics for the best winning percentage in the league, that's also great. But they're more concerned with how they're playing and winning the games, and I thought that was very prescient what he said there.
Yeah, and he said we're building solid habits. And even when you look at the game tonight and the loss, it wasn't a lack of effort. There were some botched coverages, but it wasn't a lack of effort. It wasn't a lack of energy. And there were times early in the season where that was the cause of some of their issues. They missed shots, but they got great shots, and they're going to be making those shots again. So you can see how calm he was and sort of unbothered in a lot of ways by the fact that they lost this game, because losses happen in an NBA season. But you do feel like this team is going in the right direction. It's just one loss, and they have been building solid habits, and some of the mistakes they made, most importantly, were not a lack of effort.
Yeah, on most nights, those three-pointers, those wide-open looks, they're going in. Yeah. They're not bouncing off the rim. We're going to step aside, take another break here. On the post-game show, we have much more to do here. Come back. Join Rebecca and I as we wrap this loss up in Chicago. Coming up next, right here on Yes, more reaction. Chris Shear and Rebecca Lobo back here in our Yes Network studios on the Brooklyn Nets post-game show. Rebecca, we talked about how Kevin Durant kept this Nets team in this game tonight, but we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Seth Curry, because he had a lot of big shots along the way in helping bring the Nets back. They just fall short.
Yeah, and especially in a night when Brooklyn was struggling from outside of the three-point arc. Seth Curry was certainly a bright spot. We know when he comes in, he's going to be looking to score the second he touches the basketball, and he was able to do that in a really efficient manner today. 6 of 7 from 3, 8 of 11 from the field, stepping into his shots, draining them, especially when they needed that perimeter presence. When O'Neal was struggling from out there, Seth Curry was able to do it. He was in his
again
bag. We can't revisit it too soon?
Yeah, no, it's not too soon. Now, he did hit 4 threes. That was his most since 7 back on November 27th against Portland. That was in the last game against the Spurs. He had 16 points in that one. Tonight, as you see, he finishes with 22, 8 of 11, and he hit 6 threes. So maybe, oh boy, maybe Seth is getting into his bag at the right moment for the Nets, especially with them struggling from downtown moments ago. Our Megan Triplett caught up with him in the locker room.
Seth, when you look at it down the stretch, you guys were able to get it to one possession game. What was the difference maker that didn't allow you guys to get over that hump?
Gave a lot of energy to try to get back into it. Sometimes, like I said, you just use so much energy and shot making and stuff to get back in it. And you just possess. You can't, like you say, you can't get over that hump. I mean, they hit some tough shots in our face down the stretch, and we missed some open ones. I mean, but it just came down to the end. We kind of got close, but the way we started the first half just wasn't good enough.
For those open looks that you guys did get, especially down the stretch, was it a matter of the defense or just shots just not falling?
If you watch, I think it was just shots not falling. We were moving the ball well, attacking, get to the free throw line. Just miss some open ones, but that's going to happen. Like I said, you got to give yourself a little bit of margin of error down the stretch to not be able to play. Yeah, we kind of had to play a perfect game to win it tonight because we got down.
You talked about getting down. Understanding that they have a couple guys that can score at different levels of the defense, but for you guys to allow the kind of shooting that you guys allowed in the first quarter and parts of the second quarter, did you think that was more them just hitting some really tough shots, or was that more you chalk it up to some busted coverages?
We figured them out defensively as the game went along. We kind of got better in our coverages. We gave them some good shots the whole first half, really. And like I said, the second half we did a better job. And down the stretch, I feel like they hit tough ones in our face for the most part. A couple open ones, but like I said, we got to play a perfect game at the end of the fourth to be able to win it.
So if you look back on the month, what do you think is clicking so well right now consistently for the group?
We're locked in on the defensive end. And offensively as a team, we know we kind of got an identity offensively and defensively of what we want to do. And also, we got a lot of talent on this team. Everybody's, especially coming off the bench, it's different guys nights every game. And, obviously, Kay and Kai are carrying us offensively. Nick defensively, and everybody's kind of playing their role.
Jock mentioned how this group never talked about really that winning streak, but what does it just mean to have had it for those 12 games and to now take that challenge to respond for this next one?
It gave us a lot of confidence in winning those games. We never really got too high or too low throughout the season. We stayed locked in and took every day as a learning experience, trying to get better, and we were winning games in the process. It was more about process than anything. And it's come back, learn from this one, and trying to rebound from it. Like I said, we never get too high, too low, so it's just another learning experience for us to get ready for the next game.
Thoughts from Seth Curry there. The Nets and Bulls were one of 12 games taking place around the association tonight. After a break on the postgame, we'll go around the league. Take a look at some exciting finishes. Stay right here on Yes. Look, the night Kyrie Irving had tonight out in Chicago. A little bit rough shooting-wise, 10 of 24. A lot of those misses came in the first half. He really turned it on in the second half, finished with 25 points. But 1 of 8 from downtown. He was part of the problem from the perimeter. Also dished it out 8 times. Let's hear from Kyrie on this loss tonight.
This is obviously a team with some scorers that can score at multiple levels. And a lot of mid-range shots that we don't see that much. But when you give up the points and the shooting percentages that you guys gave up in the first quarter, really the first half, was that them hitting tough shots, or was that maybe some breakdowns in coverages on your guys' end?
I think it was both. To be honest with you, 40 points in the first quarter is a lot, especially when you're playing against teams that are trying to find their rhythm over their last few games. We knew coming in tonight that Chicago was going to be somewhat of a desperate team and want to get back into a great position in the standings. So we put ourselves in a hole in that first and second quarter coming into halftime. Obviously with K being special, he can only do but so much on his own. And we've been talking about even over the win streak, just helping him out. And tonight was one of those nights where we just didn't make enough shots on the perimeter. I felt like Chicago on the defensive end in the second half, they made it pretty easy for us to get some open looks. I think I heard Billy saying it not too long ago that they were living with other guys shooting three-pointers as long as me and Kay didn't get it. And I think we're going to see those looks from other teams moving forward. So we just don't lose confidence in our shooters and our ability to make plays and, take this one on the chin and like men and get ready for the next 2 games on this road trip.
Curry, you guys had multiple runs where you could get it down at 3 and 5, but just not enough to get over the hump and tied and everything. I mean, do you look at any of it as what it took to maybe shave it down and what it was, maybe tying you guys out of it to prevent you getting into that last hurdle?
I mean, when you have multiple possessions throughout the game, you know, it's a 3-point game, 5-point game, but they're shooting 55% or 53% from the field, and you know, that we haven't broken their rhythm as of yet makes the game a lot tougher. So we put ourselves in a deep hole again, like I said, but for us, this is another learning experience. Whether we, you know, won or lost this game, it's just a learning experience for us to get ready for the bigger challenges ahead.
Okay, I mean, you guys have obviously been dominant the last month and just rattled off 12 in a row. Why do you think the rhythm has been so good for the group in the last couple of weeks?
I mean, there's a multitude of answers, but I think simplifying it to just saying that we've trusted each other, that would probably be enough, you know. But the little things is really what's been carrying us over. The attention to detail and our preparation, I feel like, has put us over the hump, doing the extra work after practice, during practice, and after games. I think we have really committed ourselves to the big picture and to one another. And I think I said it the other night, too, that we just want to play well for one another. And tonight just wasn't those nights where we played well enough to get the win. I think we had 10 more shots or 9 more shots than them. But when you look at their field goal percentage, you know, that's really what carried them over the hump and free throws.
After falling in the opener of their 3-game road trip tonight in Chicago, Brooklyn will attempt to begin a new winning streak on Friday night in New Orleans against the Pelicans, who will be without star Zion Williamson. Williamson will miss at least 3 weeks after straining his right hamstring Tuesday night. Coverage begins on Yes and the Yes app with the FanDuel pregame show at 7 o'clock. So we heard Jacques Vaughn earlier in the postgame show. It's going to be interesting to see how his team reacts to this loss and the winning streak coming to a close. And it's going to be against a shorthanded Pelicans team.
Yeah, and another opportunity for Brooklyn to play against a team that's a little bit shorthanded. But, yeah, you just want to see how they're going to respond. And, again, it's not about whether your 3-ball is going in or not. It's more about the communication, the effort on the defensive end of the floor. And these teams matched up at the very beginning of the season. New Orleans scored 62 points in the paint. Of course, that was with a healthy Zion Williamson. So points in the paint were a bit of an issue defensively in the first half of tonight's game. So that's one area that they're going to need to focus on, shore up things defensively, because their shots is going to come back, and they're going to shoot a better percentage in that game than they did tonight.
All right, we'll see if that cleans up on Friday. That's all for the post-game show. Once again, the final score from Chicago: Bulls 121, Nets 112. Remember, Friday night's coverage begins at 7 o'clock on Yes Now. For Rebecca and all of us at Yes, were you just cabbage patching?
I was. That was in my bag, Chris.
Why did you wait until we got off camera? Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.